Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany Bundles, and today's going to be a video going over tips on how to attract like-minded individuals. This is really important if you are an entrepreneur because building relationships is at the core of every successful business. Being able to connect with people, being able to have a resource bank that you can go to, being able to be a resource to others is definitely a way that entrepreneurs expand their reach, and also a way that a lot of entrepreneurs expand their earning potential as well. So in a few videos ago, I talked about ways that you can make money during your business slow season. And I aimed it primarily to hair businesses, but the information that I went over can relate to businesses of any sort. But I used hair businesses because I have a hair business myself, and a lot of you all have been following me since I started talking about my hair business, and you've watched my salon journey, from me opening my salon to me closing my salon. You saw different radio interviews. You just saw the business and how it developed to where I am now, from when my channel first started. So I'm very grateful to you all. But what I want to talk about is the importance of having like-minded people around you, and also how to attract those people. But I also want to let you all know that it's good to be around people that think differently than you too. I like having people that challenge my thinking processes and don't necessarily agree with all of my perspectives and perceptions. And I think it's important to know that you can have like-minded people around you that are still very different, because we're all individual. But when I say like-minded, I'm referring to people that are going down the same path as you. So for example, if you're an entrepreneur and you are really serious about getting started with your business, or you've already gotten started with your business and you're really serious about your business moving forward and progressing, you're going to want to have people around you, people that are in your corner that feel the same way about entrepreneurship. Because if you feel a moment where you're starting to become discouraged, or if you feel a moment where you're getting a roadblock, or like a creative block, or if you're wanting to talk about your business, you may realize that some of those conversations and the advice that you're looking for with your friends or with the people that you surround yourself with may not be what you need to hear or what you want to hear. Sometimes you may just want to sit back and talk business talk. And if you don't have anyone in your circle that is interested in business talk, you may find it very challenging. And so yes, we have videos, we have podcasts, we have other books, we have things out there where you can still indulge and get information and connect with people that are like-minded. But what happens when you don't? You put yourself out there and you're not attracting people back that are reaching out or wanting to start conversations or any interaction with you pertaining to business. And I've been reading this book, The 5 Levels of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. I had to look at it just to get the title, but it's really good. And it talks a lot about how becoming a better person, or not even, it talks about how you attract who you are. And that is so important. Even the Bible references, can two not walk together unless they agree? It's harder to surround yourself with people that are not going down the same path as you for your business production. And a lot of us wonder why we're constantly getting demotivated and constantly falling out of love with our business. And we're not surrounding ourselves with we're not surrounding ourselves with a lot of people that really take business ownership seriously. And although motivation is our responsibility, we also have the responsibility to ensure that we have people placed in our lives that are going to help us, and also that we can help. A lot of times we get in positions where we are the ones always helping, and we feel really drained. And so let me just get into the video and share with you all some tips on attracting like-minded people. I think you all get the point of why it's important. First tip that I want to go over is what I just mentioned. Be who you want to attract. If you are looking at attracting people that are positive, if you are looking at attracting people that are creative, looking at attracting people that are serious about building, looking at attracting people that are credit conscious, then you have to be those things as well. Don't ever expect more from someone than you're going to expect from yourself, which is very easy to do. How many people have you been around, or even you may have been guilty of this? I've been guilty of it sometimes, where I'm wanting to surround myself with people that have these traits, but I lack the traits. I remember before I started public speaking, before I even did my first public speaking event, I was like, you know what? I want to be around speakers. I want to be around people that are comfortable speaking. And although it's great to be around people that you can learn from and people that have skills that you're wanting to develop, that's great to do that. Great to get under a leader, great to get under a mentor, but it's also great to challenge yourself to do the things that you're aiming at doing. So if I'm going to look to have people around me that are speakers, I'm going to want to put myself in position to be a speaker as well. So let me practice speaking. Let me practice getting out of my shell. Let me practice speaking up. Let me practice putting myself out there. Let me practice those skills as well, because when I started speaking, I started meeting more people that were speaking as well. When I started putting my hair business out, I started meeting more people, and more people that sold hair gravitated toward me and I gravitated toward them. When I started reading more, more people, I kid you not, there have been people that have come up to me while I was reading and said, hey, what are you reading? I'm reading this. And it was a whole different topic. But the point is, whatever you're doing, it brings those type of people to you. But even focusing on my attitude, I want to be as positive and polite as I possibly can be. And I'm working toward that every single day. Do I think I'm a nice person? Of course I think I'm a nice person. But can I be nicer? Yes, I can be nicer. Do I think that I'm professional? Yes, I think I'm professional. But can I be more professional? Yes, I can be more professional. So I'm trying to make sure that I refine the skill sets within me, or gain or develop the skill sets within me, so that I can continue to attract people that have the same skill sets. Now, does that mean we all think the same on every topic? No. So that's the beauty in being able to still grow with people that aren't exactly like you. But I'm saying that if I'm looking to surround myself with people that are serious in business, I need to take my business serious. There are so many entrepreneurs that I have met via YouTube that have commented, wrote me emails. Some have even wrote me letters to my P.O. box. Some have sent me text messages. There's just people that I've connected with on social media. And people would tell me, hey, Brittany, I'm so discouraged. Like, I don't have any of my friends that understand what I'm going through. There's no one that really takes my business serious. And when we get into conversation, even if it's back and forth via email, I'm starting to see that they don't really take it serious. I'm asking questions like, when was the last time that you posted? Oh, I haven't posted in about 6 months. Okay, when was the last time that you had your website active? I see your website is inactive right now and I go to your league. Oh, that website wasn't active. It hasn't been active the whole year. You know, I don't know when the last time it was active. Okay, do you have products available to sell? Are you drop shipping? Do you have inventory? I haven't really figured that out right. So the point is, you're wanting people around you to support your business, a business that you're not even supporting. And I talk about this in a lot of videos too. If you want people to take your business serious, the number one thing you have to do is you have to take it serious. If you don't even buy into what you're doing, how do you expect anyone else to buy into it? That's why I say don't be motivated based on strictly what others are saying or doing. I'm not less motivated if someone doesn't like my post. I'm not less motivated if I get a less amount of listeners to a certain episode on my podcast. If you haven't checked out my podcast, be sure to do that. I continue the conversations, the entrepreneurial talks over there at the Brittany Bundles podcast. Link is down below. But the point is, I know I have a vision for what I'm doing. I feel comfortable and confident in what I'm doing. I pray over my business. I make sure that I am putting the best. I make sure that I'm doing the best that I can do. And I'm really confident, and I have faith that whoever needs to hear the message will hear the message. I understand that my message is not for the whole world. I understand that I'm not going to be relatable to everyone that watches me. I understand that not everyone's going to agree with what I'm doing, but I also understand that there are people that are relatable to me. I also understand that there are people that need to hear what I put out. I understand that there are people that are interested in learning more about what I'm talking about. I understand that there are people interested in coming along the ride with me. So we have to change our mindset. And I talk a lot about that on my podcast, changing the mindset of how we view our business. Your business is not less of a business if you did not gross 100,000. You are not less of an entrepreneur if you still work a 9 to 5. You don't have to show people how much money you have in order for you to feel valid. I see so many people on social media trying to prove to people how much they have. And I talked about this on my podcast. People that I know that have a good amount of money don't prove it. They don't. You probably wouldn't even know if you were standing next to them in the grocery store. People that I know are very confident in themselves. They know they have money. They're confident in their business. They're not trying to necessarily prove it. Now, they may show you like, okay, let me show you what my business has done. And there's a way to do it, but they're not needily seeking validation from others out there. There's a way to market what you're doing. And there's another way to when you're trying to overly prove yourself. So all I'm saying is you have to believe who you are. Not based on what other people are saying about you, not based on if anyone else can see the vision, not based on how much faith anyone else has in you, but you knowing who you are and what type of value you bring to the table. I was in church yesterday and the pastor said, with faith, you want to be a believer, not a reactor. And I thought that was so good. Like, you want to believe who you are and what you're capable of doing and what's going to happen, even though you can't see it, instead of reacting on what is currently happening. So I'll give you a breakdown. Let's say right now I'm wanting to get started with my business, but I don't have the support. I post some things on social media, I don't get any support. So instead of me reacting to that, like, okay, well, I'm posting and no one's interested in what I'm doing, so I'm going to stop. I'm going to continue to move on and believe, have faith in what my mission is, have faith in what my message is, have faith in the purpose that God placed inside of me. And I'm going to continue to move forward, whether I get 1,000 likes or whether I have one, because it's not about the likes anyways, but it's also not about 100% people validation. Yes, if you're an entrepreneur, you want to appeal to people. I mean, people are who you're going to be connecting with. But if you build those relationships, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, if you connect with people that resonate with you, if you're surrounding yourself with like-minded people, people that are motivated, people that are hungry to succeed, then whether you have the whole world on your side or not, having those people that are really interested and invested in what you're saying is going to help your business a whole lot more than a lot of people that are just following just because it's trending. So it's important to make sure that you're building your business on the right principle. I can have literally a few hundred views in a month on all of my videos, right? And those few hundred views are people that really are interested in what I'm saying, to the point that they have purchased multiple times from my businesses. And I only sell hair extensions. I have business services on my website. I have a credit repair business. And I do a lot of different affiliates and a lot of other work on the back end for entrepreneurs. I'm on the front end too. But I'm saying that there are people that I work with that have a huge following and they get tons and thousands of views. But that's not correlating to the purchases they're getting because they're not building those relationships. So when it comes down to actually spending money, when it comes down for people actually reaching out and spending their time connecting with you, all that trending stuff, that starstruck, that celebrity stuff, I'm not saying it goes out the window, but you may find that people take the relationship aspect a lot more serious. Like when they're ready to do business, I have a lot of the same people coming back to me, a lot. And so what I'm saying with that is be confident in what you offer. You don't have to have the whole world on your side in order for your business to make an impact. So be who you want to attract. If you want to attract people, and this is the last thing I'm going to say before I move on to the next thing, if you want to attract people that are faith-based, if you want to attract people that are rooting for you and that continue to push you, then you have to be that person too. If you want to support a friend, be the supportive friend, be the supportive entrepreneur. The next thing that I want to talk about, and I'm looking down because I have my notes here, is speak up and put yourself out there. So similar to what I mentioned in the beginning of the video, if you're wanting to connect with people that are on your same path, on your same journey, wanting the same things out of life as you, speak up. I used to be a person where I would wait for people to come up to me. Like, I would sit back and I would, like, say I was in a room, for an example, I would just sit back and observe, and I was really quiet and I wouldn't talk a lot unless I knew the people that were there. And if I started talking, it would be to the people that I knew and then the people that possibly knew the people I knew, but I wouldn't really venture out into people or to talk to people that I didn't know. And so I started to change that mindset when I realized and identified that, wow, this is holding my business back. Like, the fact that I'm not getting out and connecting with people, the fact that I'm not talking about my business, the fact that I'm relying on social media or a business card or my friend or my family to sell my business instead of myself, is not where I want to be. Like, I want to be out, be able to sell my business myself. No one can paint the vision about what I'm passionate about better than I can. Not saying there aren't people that can, can't talk better than I can or motivate better than I can, but I know what vision I have for my business better than anyone else. And I have to overcome the fear of me speaking, the fear of me talking to people that I don't know, the fear of me stepping outside of my comfort zone. So I started going out when I was out, in a setting and talking to people. If people had questions, answering the questions head on. Sometimes I would just say, Brittany, go sit at this table. Brittany, go talk to this person. And I just did it. I had made sure I changed the way that I was looking, because some people would say, well, I wanted to talk to you all along, but it looked like you weren't that friendly, or it looked like you were by yourself, you were enjoying yourself, or it looked like you didn't really want any company. And I didn't even want to be off-putting with my look. So I started being more conscious of how I looked, how I sat. Am I sitting with an open demeanor? Just a lot of different things. And I talk about that too, the demeanor portion, in my Girl Talks on Patreon. So if you're not there, follow me there too. I do journal prompts, and I go over motivational, inspirational messages, and I talk. It's a girls talk. I don't want to say it's directed just to girls and women, but I do more of like lifestyle type of talks on that platform. So check me out on Patreon. Right now there's a free trial for my Patreon too, so you can go over there and watch as much as you like for free right now. But yeah, speak up. Start integrating yourself in places that you would not do normally. Start taking advantage of different opportunities that you normally would turn down because you don't want to meet other people, or you're nervous to meet other people. And it wasn't that I didn't want to meet other people because I didn't like people. I've always liked people. I've always enjoyed people. I've always found people life just intriguing, but I just was nervous. And sometimes I find myself still getting nervous, and I'm like, no, Brittany, go over there. Get out of it, snap out of it, go over there. Which is another reason why you want to have people that are like-minded, people that are wanting to push you, push themselves, push their business. Because if you have a friend that is an entrepreneur and they're serious about what they're doing, they're going to want you to be as successful as you can be. So they may even tap you on the shoulder like, get out there. You talked to me last night about how you don't have any connections, and now you have the opportunity and you're sitting here. No, get up. I think a lot of us have that friend. If you have that friend, or if you have someone like that, just comment I in the comments, because a lot of people have that, but a lot of people don't. But if you don't, these are some ways that you can get that. An accountability partner. It's really great to have in business and in life in general. The last thing that I'm going to go over, and I think I already touched on it, is be open and don't wait to be approached. I kind of went over that just now. Don't wait for someone to come up to you. Go up to someone first. Don't wait for someone to be the initiator. You be the initiator. Part of running your own business is being a leader. Part of running, a lot of people want to consider themselves a boss, and I'm this and I'm that. Anyone can sell something. Like, it doesn't take a lot to sell something. If you come across the right person and wants what you're offering, whether you put a lot of energy into selling or not, you can sell something. The goal isn't just to sell something. The goal isn't just to make $1. The goal is to make sure that we're building those relationships so that your business can be as stable as it possibly can be. Because when things aren't trending, I still have my loyal customers. I still have my loyal clients. I still have the people that continuously check in with me constantly. I have people that from years ago when I started my YouTube channel that still reach out and check in on me. I have people that have purchased when my salon was open that still purchase to this day. And I can't explain how gracious and how blessed I am for that to happen. A lot of people don't have that. Some people just have, I'm getting a sale right now because I discount off my products. They like what they get, and that's it, or they may not even like what they get, but who cares? I just got my order. And then they're wondering why they're not getting any sales, and they're wondering why they're not having anybody repeat themselves or come back or take a look at what they're offering next. Like, at the end of the day, again, I think a lot of us focus on just getting whatever we can and not really being strategic with what we're getting. Every order is not going to push your business forward. I mean, it's just not. All money isn't good money. So you want to make sure that whatever you're doing it with a purpose. And if you have a team around you that can see your vision, you have a team around you that wants to see you win, you have a team of people around you that are moving and doing things for their business that's motivating you too, you're gonna feel different when you wake up. You know, when I have people around me that are excited about their business, I get excited. Energy is transferable. When I have people around me that are just like, ugh, woe is me, I'm tired of this, I'm tired of that, I find myself like my mind kind of slipping back like, oh, I'm tired too. And I'm like, no, I have to snap out of it. So I'm not saying you have to cut anybody off. This is not that type of video. I'm not saying that you need to get everybody out your life, even though you may need to get some people out of your life. I'm strategically focusing this video on how you can bring more like-minded people in your life and how you can be a better person to others as well. When you start being the person that you want to have in your life, then you start being able to contribute positively to other people's lives and businesses as well. And that's where the relationship and the connection comes. That's where the resources come. I never was given just a list of people to reach out to build my network of resources. These are people that I've connected with in one way or the other. Some at speaking events, some on YouTube, some through my podcast, some through a friend, some from my salon experience. I mean, just putting yourself out there. And I'm a mother. I'm not always out at every single event. I don't go to a lot of different events, but I do take advantage of what I can take advantage of. So if it's virtual trainings, if it's putting myself out here on YouTube every day, if it's making sure I post on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, I'm going to do what I can to put myself out here. And it doesn't take too much time. Now, recently I've started incorporated a new service into my business routine. So my schedule has been a little bit wonky and I have been feeling more busy than normal, but things are kind of getting back into place now. And at the end of the day, I'm just here to say you don't have to. Sometimes our mind plays tricks on us, and our mind may make us think that it's going to take a lot more than it really takes to put yourself out there, promote your business every day. Really, you don't even have to promote every day if you have things set up the right way. There are some days I record videos back to back, so I don't have to record a video every single day. Or some days that I pre-record my podcast. Some days that I pre-record. I have my schedules already recorded. I have my email mailing list scheduled to go out on Friday. Like, just working smarter, not harder. There's ways to do it. And I have a lot of videos in my business playlist on that. But I hope this video helped with some tips on why it's important to be the person that you're looking to have in your life, and then also how you can get like-minded people in your vicinity and build relationships with them, and a lot of those relationships will turn into long-lasting friendships. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.